Hello out there in YouTube land. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thank you so much for joining me. We're going to get started. I have a few videos that I want to show. Um, One of them is from, of course, the Diddy Trial. Hello, Pain. Hello, hello, hello. It's good to see you. Me and my husband was brainstorming on how I can make money from YouTube, but I told him I just don't have enough. I just don't have enough. Let's get this out my ear. Hola, ¿cómo está? Muy bien, gracias. Hello, Kamira. Kamari. Kamari. That's how you pronounce her name. And don't forget to check out her channel. Put it in the link. Put your link in the chat, Kamara, so people can go check out your channel. Hi, Diane. I got a lot to get to. I want to show you something that happened in Detroit today. It wasn't today, it was over Mother's Day, but I saw it and it's trigger warning. Everything today is trigger warning. And then we're going to get to the Diddy. And then after the Diddy, hello? I call myself. How you going to call yourself? Then we're going to get to, hello, R4. Did you see the latest about Thomas Markle Sr.? He moved to a high-rise apartment in Cuba, the Philippines, with Thomas Jr. Costs $500 a month. Plus, that's not bad. Hello, hello, hello. Interesting, R4. Hello, Tune the News. Hello from Hong Kong. How's the weather in Hong Kong? Okay.
Ooh, Hong Kong?
Hong Kong.
That's pretty cool.
I know, Hong Kong is, it's pretty awesome. Hello, SCJ. How are you guys doing today? I thought my husband turned on the fire for me. Oh. Diane, R4. Oh, you guys are showing up. That's what I'm talking about. That's Kamora. Kamari's. That is Kamari's page. Go and support her. She's new to it and she's cooking some yummy, yummy food on the grill. Hello, Christine. Lady Letitia, did you let Maggie know about Danny Robinson last night? I was so scared. What do you mean? Explain it to me. Philippines retirement authorities read the report on UK tabloid, The Mirror, that Thomas Markle Sr. moved to Cebu. Now they're trying to locate them to offer the residents retirees visas. Oh, interesting. We got some 411 from R4, guys. Check it out. Push the like button, push the like button. Yes. Quiet Storm. You know what I wanted to do? I wanted to use some of Danny Robinson's content to show that he's out there. Hello, GC. Hello, Lady Letitia. Hope all is well. There looks like bad weather out your way, though the windows weather not so good here either. Oh, honey, we may need to put the car in the garage because GC said the weather is going to get worse. Is it, Diane? Is it time to leave America? I heard Donald Trump is going after Beyonce. He's putting her under investigation. For what? Why is he going after her? Don't you got better things to do? Like take care of the world instead of going after people that don't like you? He's going after Bruce Springsteen too, because he said a whole bunch of stuff about him. We have a world of free speech. Now he's going to attack them? I don't get it. He's going after Taylor Swift, Beyonce, Bruce Springsteen. He's going after everyone and then taking away our stuff. Christine, did you see my video last night about Quiet Storm? Quiet Storm think it's just Maggie and Danny Robinson that's looking at him side-eyed, wondering where, like, should you be on YouTube? You have done some despicable stuff to your daughter, and it is unbelievable. And it's not, you can't justify that. He's like, I did my time. And your daughter is probably doing time every day from that incident. SCJ, can you slow it down, please? Hi, Ironic. I wanted to watch a YouTube short earlier about scammers. Oh, it was one of those the scammer things. I've never heard of it. Hello, Lizzie. Oh, okay. Fuck the Narcissist Project. Deflecting, grifting, lying. He scares me too. When he repeated himself and said that he would do it all over again. What do you mean you would do it all over again? You would R your daughter again if you had the opportunity to do it again. If things went the way they did, you would do it again, you idiot. You nasty piece of work, you. This criminal stuff that's going on. Your daughter was 34 years old, had just had an operation, and then you came in there messing up all kinds of stuff with her body. Her own father, biological incest. Trigger warning all through this episode. Hello, MMC. Welcome. Yeah, anyone that speaks up against Donald Trump, he calls them his enemy. You never saw Joe Biden going after his enemies or people that didn't like him. But let's be honest. He's supposed to be the president of the United States, supposed to be focusing on the citizens and how he's going to make our lives better and protecting us from the enemy. Instead, he is talking to the enemies. I don't know what our Congress is doing right now. I don't know what the Republicans are doing, and I don't know what the hell the Democrats are doing. But it looks like neither side is doing a damn thing. Yeah, I'll tell you, SCJ. Unfortunately, I think free speech is a delusion. We are supposed to believe it exists. Yeah, 19 people watching, only 5 likes. People, come on, hit the like button. And don't be afraid to, not afraid. Don't forget to support the channel with super stickers and super chats, and also sharing the screen with your beloved friends and family. Hello, wonderful Dell. Thank you, Kamora. Kamora. Hello, hello, hello. No, he's not doing that, Diane. Don't say that. He's shutting down the VA hospitals. That's where my father went when he had his issues. Wait, I gotta fix my shirt. Yeah, the VA hospitals. What are these soldiers and stuff gonna do? He can't do that. That's impossible. He can't shut down the VA hospitals. That would just be wrong in every direction. Send me a link on that. Send me a link on that. Okay, take your time. If you take your time, you'll be able to get it right. Yeah, things are happening in our world. And F political. Let's don't even get political with it. Let's just talk about being an individual person trying to survive. Taking away FEMA, the Veterans Hospital. I haven't even heard about that. Social Security. Some people have lost that already. Hello, Judith. It costs nothing to hit the like button. It makes the algorithm go as so Lady Letitia will get more views on her channel. It really would. Hello, Tanika. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly, beautiful lady. We got some wonderful, hello, Doodoo Bird. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. I haven't looked at politics in months. And let's quit calling it politics and let's call it our livelihood. What's happening in the world today? Because honestly, I really do believe that the Republicans and the Democrats need to get together and do something. Because this is not democracy. Why is he going after Beyonce? Not all hospitals, just some of them, ones in smaller cities. Why get rid of them at all? Diane, they should keep them. Hello, Maria. Please be sure to like the video. And if you're feeling generous, to give super chats, super stickers to your love, to your wonderful host. Hello, Melissa. Hello, Carla. God, all of you guys are here today. Well, I got some stuff. And put me in the search bar. Yes. Help me out, Christine. Me and my husband was talking on the way home because I do have to get a job because this is not paying the bills. And so what I'm going to have to do is continue to look for a job. But if I'm able to make enough money here, that would be my job. And I would probably do it almost like Maggie does it 3 times a day, morning, noon, and in the afternoon. I would do it more. I would. I want to thank Melissa. Melissa's got her channel back. Now, Melissa has a channel too. Don't forget to Melissa, you got a channel, right? And let's give Melissa the gong, okay? Melissa. Thank you so very much for your wonderful super sticker and super chats. Let's put some hearts in the chat for Melissa. I'm going to start off with my own hearts and 2 kisses. Thank you, Melissa. I really do appreciate it. Let me put a star next to it because at the end of my live, I like to go through and rethank those that have blessed me with your comments and also your super stickers, just to give you praises. Hello, Lori. I cannot believe you are screaming for money. I'm screaming for money? I'm being honest. I'm being honest about my situation. I have to get a job. I have to get a job to help pay mortgage. My mortgage is $4,000 a month. 4. So it may look a certain way, but trust me, every little dollar, every little penny counts. Every little bit counts. 4,000 a month just for mortgage. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your support. I know, isn't it wonderful? And Lady JD sent me the gong. Dear God, make her stop. The more people say they are no children, the more ridiculous she tries to convince people that the children are real. She falls at every turn. We will be looking at that as well. Can we slow down the chat? You guys mind? My hearts. Hello, Julia. From Snowville, USA. Where's that at? Thank you. Oh, you wonderful people. Yeah, 4,000. This is my 3rd house. And I built a house from the ground up once. And by myself. This was me by myself, no boyfriend, nothing, just me. And I've never paid $4,000 before. So each month when we pay that bill, let me tell you something. We notice it. So yes, I do. I have to help my husband. And so I have been diligently looking. But if those like Christine and Melissa want to bless me with their hard-earned money, I'm going to thank them respectfully and use it wisely. Christine, 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 Christine. Woo, let's put some hearts in the chat for Christine. Love me some lady love. I love you too, Christine. Thank you so much for my super sticker and super chat. And let's put some hearts and some roses and flowers all in the chat for Christine. Thank you, Christine. Thank you, Melissa. Now, so much I want to get to. Let's get to the Mimi song. I want to show you this thing that happened in Detroit. But as I'm doing that, I want to tell you about Quiet Storm. There's this gentleman named Quiet Storm FM on YouTube, okay? And he essayed his daughter, trigger warning. He essayed her. He raped her, okay? And when he did that, he did it from the front and the back. Like, this is how disgusting he is. Then he gets on his channel and says that he would do it again if the circumstances happen like it did. So that tells me he is not remorseful. He is not ashamed. He is not sad. He is not regretting what he did to his own daughter. I don't care if they didn't know each other. I don't care if they have just met. I don't care what the circumstances are. Like Danny said, he is a sick situation. He is on the registry. He is on the registry for SA offender. But then he gets on YouTube and starts talking all this intellectual stuff. I'm going to help you with your platform, or giving you different advice, or just like he's this nice, kind, gentle soul. And come to find out, he's not. He's got anger issues. I want to give it up to his daughter for being strong-willed. This gentleman lives in Hawaii. He lives in Hawaii. His daughter came down there to stay with him or to be with him. And then he started saying stuff like she stole money from him and all this other stuff, and was getting her own business set up. Maybe he was jealous. But there was no excuse whatsoever in this entire world he had in touching his daughter in the way that he did. And it needs to be known. It needs to spread out. People need to know what is going on with him. Because if they don't know, then they'll trust him and think he's an upstanding citizen guy. But just so you know that he is, no. Shame on him. Shame on him for putting his hands on his daughter and then getting on YouTube and trying to be intellectual and talk about different things and tips and hit and gonna save Angie's. He's an advocate for Angie Stone. Mm-hmm. Prince Harry exposed his bottom, slapped it, and asked lewd questions to shock TV stars. I got this from one of my lovely subscribers. Yeah, it's a big mortgage. Yes, it is. It really is. And my husband's been doing it by himself um, for a very, very long time. Yeah, my rent has about my house that I bought a long time ago. The point I was making is my mortgage was so manageable. It was like $800 a month. And then we moved to another house. We were paying $1,200 a month, but we're never were paying on this scale. And so I've been out of work for since Kara's been born. And I have a master's degree in human resources, and I have a background in being an executive assistant. So it's time for me to put those skills back to use so it won't all fall on my husband's shoulders. That's it. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you for the support. Yeah, so that's Quiet Storm. His real name is Tony. And shame on him. Do you guys think he should be on YouTube? Hit the like button, guys. No, you can't eat out. I have to start cooking more. There's a lot of things I need to do more of. Oh, you guys are awesome. There's my hearts. Oh, hello, Ziggy Lee, chick with the crown. It's so good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. And thank you so much for the flowers and the roses, Tanika. And I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly with your beautiful self. Melissa GC, would you be looking for an office job, typing, etc., some other work? Yes. Yes, that's what I'm looking for. It's like an office job, working from home, though. So that's what I've been looking for. But yes, that's exactly what I've been looking for. My sister said someone should be calling me in a day or so. I'm like on the phone. Anyway. Oh, good night, Carla. But thank you so much for coming by with your pretty self. Mwah. No, he did not, Dell. I will be around here and there doing last minute things for a new assignment that begins for me tomorrow. Oh, there you go. She's got a new assignment. And good luck to you as well, Ziggy Lee. I like that doo-doo bird. Oh, look at Ziggy Lee giving a chick with the crown, giving me a super sticker. Let's give it up. Officially not a nanny. So what are you going to be doing, Ziggy Lee? Ziggy Lee, chick with the crown. 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 Thank you so very much for my super sticker, my super chat. Let's give some hearts and some hearts and whatever fun little things you like putting in there. Let's give it up for Ziggy Lee, Christine, and Melissa. Thank you guys. Wow. What a wonderful, wonderful group of people here tonight. And here's a couple of kisses. Okay, and let me get the Mimi song. You know how God just comes right on time with the job? That's what I think is going to happen. It's just going to come right on time. Let's do Motown, Mimi song. Okay, let me fix it. It's the Mimi Show. The Mimi Show. The Mimi Show. The Mimi Show. It's the Mimi Show. It's the Mimi Show. Mimi Show. The Mimi Show. The Mimi Show. The Mimi Show. Oh. The Mimi Show, the Mimi Show. It's the Mimi Show, the Mimi Show. It's the Mimi Show. Oh. The Mimi Show, the Mimi Show. It's the Mimi Show, the Mimi Show. It's the Mimi Show. Okay. Do you guys want to do a recap from last week? Are you good and you know what's going on with the Diddy trial and you want to just move on? Let me know. Okay, save. I'm going to put this in the Diddy. Okay. Let me know if you want to. But before we do that, I want to show you something. Trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning. Thank you so much, Ziggy Lee Chick with a Crown. Okay, I'm going to show you guys. Ever tries that hard? Who's telling the truth? Surely she wanted to forge a relationship with him. Then he did that, literally cried for her last night. I knew the second I heard him on Too Strong recently, I didn't like him immediately before this. Yeah, talking about he would do it again. What do you mean you would do it again? You're not sorry that you did it the first time? There's something psychologically wrong with him to say that he would do it all over again as if it was nothing. Like, is it too dark in here? Okay, that's better. I would do it again. I would do it all over again. I would do it again. You would do what again? Explain it. Explain what you would do again, Quiet Storm FM. Shame on you. Yeah, shame on you. Now he's playing, acting like he's the victim. Like, oh, woe is me. Everybody's coming after me now. And this is happening to me. I'm leaving YouTube. Good. You should leave YouTube. Because for you to say that you would do that to your daughter again lets me know that there is something seriously sick and wrong with you. Then he wants to sue Danny Robinson and sue Maggie for what? Telling the truth? For letting us know what type of person you are? I told my husband, I said, this is what this man did. And he's all on YouTube. Quiet Storm, do you know that they took a rape test kit of your daughter and it came back with your crap on it? I usually have a can. Yeah. Came back with his semen, his juices. And he on Facebook, YouTube, talking stupid. Talking stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid. How he's going to dox people and do this to people and do that to people. No, shame on you. Shame on you for doing what you did. Who wrote a book about him saying he had baths and showers with him at 12? Who was that? Hope you get a job. Thank you so much. I know I will. Excuse me. I know God is going to bless me with a job. It's just in his timing. And I'm going to be just fine. But too sad that I can't make this a full-time job because it does take up some time. Thank you guys for supporting me. Me too. Me too. I wish like my finances is really going to help out in my home. It really is. If things get really bad, would you got both consider selling or downsizing or moving to a better area where you could get that great job? No, I would not. I'm not leaving my great question, GC. I would, the job should be able to come to me in a sense where I should be able to work from home. And that's what I want to do. I want to work from home. So I've been looking for jobs only from working from home. because I have to pick up a little bit from school, or, I have something to do with a little bit. And then I'm going to hire someone to come in and watch her during the summer. But I just moved into this home maybe 3 years ago. And no, we're not planning on selling it and moving out. That would be where we didn't hit rock bottom. Not that we're not close, but I mean, we're having to pull money from different areas within our portfolio to pay for a mortgage. But I would say no, because I know I'll be able to get a job and bring in the money we need to go from there. I'm giving myself 2 months, but really 1 month to get a job. And the type of money I want, I'm kind of scaling back on that as well. Like, instead of wanting $50 an hour, maybe $40 an hour, But no, I'm not moving and selling nothing. And I bought this house because I wanted a pool. Not necessarily the bigness of it, but I wanted a swimming pool for my daughter. And this is the one we happen to come up with. He shouldn't be free, period. No. I cannot understand how he's a free man. He's only outrun because of the pandemic. There are no children. Run and tell Ali's army. Haha. Yeah, he should be in prison. He's twisted, and he should be in the prison. He should be in prison land. Prisonness. The prison you go. Well, I will be watching children for a security bio and global intellectual firm. That will be one of my many guest speakers at NATO Spring Parliamentary Assembly. Oh, sounds interesting. It's a huge deal. Congratulations. Congratulations, Ziggy Lee. Proud of you. Thank you, Lizzie. Okay, I'm going to show you guys something. I know, I'm so happy for her too. Good for you, Ziggy Lee. Sorry, who was that horrible person on YouTube? The horrible person name is called Quiet Storm FM. He's in the Angie sector, where they're trying to find out where Angie Stone money went. He's heading that up. He's over the Angie Stone. But if you look up Quiet Storm, you'll see this Q and S if you want to look him up. But yeah, more and more people need to call him out. Hello, highly sensitive. Oh, question night. Has the Black Owl apologized, and are you friends again? GC. Yes, she apologized a long time ago, and she admitted that that Jack had called me a troll, and that it was my turn to be thrown out, especially with the Ada thing. And what else? That I had no empathy, and a whole bunch of other stuff she was saying. But I think the main one was I had no empathy, and she apologized, and she admitted it. She said what she apologized for, and I thought that was very forthcoming. So yes, we are friends again. I didn't think we would ever be friends again. Ever, 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 ever. I mean, even after she apologized, I was like, I don't want to, I forgive her and I moved on from it, but I don't want to be a part of it anymore. But I am still a part of it because I go visit her every now and then and say hi to her. And so I've forgiven her. I really have. I believe that she was in a situation because I saw her in the situation and I saw her changing daily. Hello, Shanoa. Okay, if we slow down the chat, I can get to my first video. What was I gonna say? I'm loving the question and the answers, guys. Feel free to ask me anything. You know, I mean, like about my house, would I move? No, no, I would fight for it first. I would. I would fight for it first. And the first fight is getting a job. Okay, Dale, I believe you, and I don't. I like Joe Biden. I don't think he was doing anything to his daughter. I really don't. Yes, no thanks, Quiet Storm. The Angie Stone sector. She is finally going down. Everybody is talking about how insufferable she is, how nasty she is as a person, how she is not likable. Her personality sucks. She's fake. And everybody's starting to see it. Everyone. Facts. And you were still hurt, and Ralph was fueling it, but you're okay. Facts. And you were still hurt, and Ralph was fueling it, but you all are okay. That's right. Yes, he did. He was like, go over there, and and he knew kind of that I wasn't ready. And so eventually I went over there and talked to her. Yeah. And okay. You can release the Doodoo Bird or SEJ. You can speed up the I know I need to learn how to do it, so I won't have to keep telling you guys all the time. I like you with your beautiful self. Friends are friends, point blank. Exactly. Quiet Storm needs to go back to the place he was. He does. He needs to go back to where he needs to go back, because you're not a very nice man at all, not what you did to your own flesh and blood. And then you repeated it and said that you would do it all over again. What sicko would do it again? What sicko would do it the first time? And then he's talking about how he's going to sue Danny and Maggie. Like, really? For what? For them telling the truth about you? For them coming out letting us know that you are a PDF file and you're a registered SA offender? No, he was going around on channels, people's channels and stuff, and just talking and giving advice, and was all on Maggie's channel trying to give her advice and saying stuff to her. And I was like, who is this person? Felt like he had just took control. And I was like, this sounds like another Jag. Yeah, me and Ralph, we split. We split up. It's all good. She is. He's disgusting. You're disgusting. 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 You can't fix that. Okay, here, this is what I'm going to show you guys this. This happened in Detroit, Michigan, okay? A neighbor has snapped. Now, ain't nobody get hurt, so it's not that trigger warning. But trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning. I'm just trying to see about showing different things instead of talking about Meghan, because Meghan is going downhill. She's down. She has no one. I don't want to talk about her anymore because she's not nothing to talk about. But I do talk about her because I like to remind her every day that why she's not going to be successful. Every day, the reason why you're not going to be successful, Meghan, is because you call the royal family racist. That was your mistake. And now you have that still floating out there like you didn't say it. Get it together. Hello, D. Jesus, take the wheel. Thank you. Love you too. Doodoo can you speed up the when you get a chance, read the Harry Slap Bottom article that SCJ sent you. Nobody has reported on it. I've been trying for a year to get somebody to do a video, a live. You will be the first to do it. Okay, I will definitely take a look at it. I did. I opened it up, and maybe we can get to it. Maybe at the end of this session, I will see. It depends on how long it takes. Oh, she's such a sweetheart. Have a good night, GC. Bye-bye. Okay, let's get to the shindig. Okay, this happened in Detroit. Okay. Unlike M, I will be watching and listening for learning. Okay. Meghan, um, my legs are shaking. Okay, guys, I'm gonna hit play. If you got this is not anything gory, but it's something different that I have never played, but I thought it was interesting, so I'm gonna share it with you.
A Detroit woman hits the floor to hide from bullets flying towards her home.
Another woman is accused of unloading her assault rifle into the house,
Assault
causing all panic.
rifle.
As Fox News' Jessica Dupnick tells us, neighbors say they've seen this coming for years.
How does that old saying go? Love thy neighbor. Well, the exact opposite thing happening out here. The scene Mother's Day afternoon. People grilling, sitting outside, and apparently dodging gunfire.
Hey, get my baby down! And it was like bam, 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 bam.
A barrage of gunfire had the whole block hitting the floor on Detroit's west side Mother's Day afternoon.
Their house was completely drenched in bullet holes.
When everyone got up, they had a good idea who pulled the trigger. A woman they say they've been having issues with for decades.
Wow.
She's been crashing out for years now.
It's just getting worse.
It's getting worse.
Mental health.
For seemingly no reason at all, she allegedly fired 20 plus rounds out of her window
20.
into a neighbor's house off Whitcomb Street near Grand River.
You guys are lucky that everyone's okay.
Yeah, I'm very lucky. We all are.
The man whose house was the target was hurt from shards of glass after bullets penetrated through.
You guys walk outside. I mean, are you like nervous? You can just walk out?
Yes.
Detroit police can be seen seizing 2 weapons from the home after the shooting.
The other one was bigger than that.
We're told one is an AR-15.
We can't really sleep at night. We can hear a lawnmower backfire, and it kind of makes our heart sink because we don't know what to expect or when to expect it.
Tiara Schaaf says they saw this coming. It's been bubbling up. Verbal confrontations with nearly everyone on the block.
She even called the police on my home multiple times, saying that she heard us say that
He didn't learn anything while he was in jail. Nothing, zero, zilch, all the above, like nothing whatsoever. He was in there, 5 years? I think he may have gotten out a little bit earlier because of COVID or something like that. But he was bragging on how much he paid for his lawyer, saying he got the best lawyer in town. He was like, like a celebrity lawyer, and that he paid $100,000. The best money that money could buy. I mean, he is so delusional. He is so delusional. Delusional in a very sick way. Can you imagine being in a house and gunshots just shooting off? That happens in America, in the United States of America. That happens here because we can have assault weapons. This older lady comes outside with an assault rifle. That's my remote control. Assault rifle, shooting up her neighbors next door because she's got mental issues. Do you know she is not in jail? They just took her guns away from her, and it's an investigation going on. She thought it was a burglar coming into her house. That's that stupid stuff.
Threatened to kill her, or harassing her, or using our cameras to artificially control her body. Yeah.
Mental illness is likely a factor here. On full display last year, when Tiara says the woman apparently held a gun to her teenage son's head for all the neighborhood to see.
She had him outside, completely naked at gunpoint.
The guns are gone, but the woman in question, a suspect now, is still out and at home. We're told charges are pending against her.
Even though they retrieved the guns, I just felt like we're still not safe.
One of the stories says the woman apparently held a gun to her teenage son's head for all the neighborhood to see.
She had him outside completely naked at gunpoint.
The guns are gone, but the woman in question, a
son.
suspect now, is
Her son, what is with these parents? One armed one and one's putting a gun to one's head. What's going on with parents these days? Are they losing it? Losing it? And what is she doing with an assault rifle? Yeah, it can happen anywhere highly sensitive, you know? Yeah. A mess, a mess, a mess, a mess.
still out and at home. We're told charges are pending against her.
Even though
She is still out and at home while charges are pending against her. She should be in jail. Huh, honey? Okay.
It was lighter than I thought.
It's 9 o'clock.
Yeah, it's like 7.
No, it's 9 o'clock.
Just gotta go to bed. So you gotta go to bed.
Tonight.
Yeah.
Wow. My little one took a nap after swim class. Yes. So that happened.
they retrieved the guns, I just felt like we're still not safe.
One of the stories that the suspect told Detroit police was that she thought she was getting broken into, but there's no evidence of that. Ultimately, the Wayne County prosecutor will decide on charges. Reporting on Detroit's West Side, Jessica Dupnack on The Edge.
This is what I want to say. This bitch gets a gun and starts shooting on Mother's Day, scaring the hell out of everybody. And then talking about there's somebody coming, somebody at her door. Did you shoot towards the door? See, that's that sick stuff. What if you just knocking on a neighbor's door because you need to get some milk or some honey? And then they just go and start shooting at you. You can't get honey and jelly no more from your neighbors. You cannot get no more honey and jelly from your next door neighbor because they coming out shooting. Only in America. Only in America. Yes, we're finna cover that right now. I just wanted to show y'all that. And it kind of triggers me into the whole quiet storm situation. We're going to Salon. And I wanted to know, did you guys want to do a review from last week? Like it's just a summary. And then go into the new information? Or do you want to just do the new information? Judy Bird said, I think I got it. Okay. We'll just move on to what's going on this week.
Like fireworks and drama.
3 people took the stand in Diddy's trial today. We heard from Don Richard from Dan Diddy Kane. We also heard from Carrie Morgan, one of Cassie's ex-best friends, and finally David James, who used to be one of Diddy's assistants. They've got stories about Cassie and more. So let's get into it. Now, I want to start with Carrie because she had the most damning allegations and she was personally attacked by Diddy. Carrie actually met Cassie when she was 16 and Cassie was 15 back in the year 2001, and they became roommates in 2004.
Carrie and Cassie met as teens in a modeling shoot and were best friends for nearly 17 years until Combs allegedly attacked Carrie.
Carrie said that Cassie was confident when they first met, but she lost her confidence over the course of their friendship. And again, they were friends from the year 2001 until about 2018. Now, Carrie must have seen a lot. I mean, you are best friends with Cassie. So, you know, if she's going to talk to anyone, she's going to talk to Carrie or just be around Carrie.
Okay. If you have a best friend that know that you're in a relationship that is not healthy, wouldn't you think that that best friend, I'm just saying, would go tell her mother and her father and say, hey, Cassie is getting beat up by Diddy. Cassie's out there doing this and that with Diddy. You need to go and see what's going on with your daughter. I'm just questioning it because I know I would go tell. I would. Would you guys go tell? Yes, he wants to control what other content creators, subscribers say on their channel. Yes. Talking about he gonna sue. I'm gonna sue. And Danny Robinson, you live in Boston. The threats. Shanua, since we got open carry in Tennessee, young folks walking around with AK-47s. Walking around with it. That is some scary stuff, Shanua. Mm-hmm. Good for you, Ziggy Lee. I'm so proud of you. Teens don't usually tell their parents anything. Screw that. Screw that. And she wasn't a teen then. They were older. I don't think she was, they met when they were teens at a model agency. Yeah, I'm telling. Carrie Morgan testified that Cassie Ventura was very confident when they first met, but then she lost her confidence over the course of their friendship from the early 2000s to 2018. Oh, so 8 years. Venture and Sean Diddy Combs dated from around 2007 to 2018, according to previous testimony.
In general. So she would see Diddy constantly calling Cassie's phone, and she saw much more than that. She even saw Diddy attack her several different times. In one instance, pulling her hair and pushing her to the ground. In one instance, Carrie actually asked Diddy's security to go and intervene, like, hey, go and stop this. But they said they wouldn't do anything. At that moment, she grabbed up Cassie and they went and left the house and hid on the stairs of a neighbor's house as security and Diddy searched the street looking for them both. Eventually, Cassie decided to go back with Diddy in that moment, and Carrie didn't want anything to do with it, so she went to her hotel. The second time she saw anything get physical, it was in Jamaica in 2013. Diddy left the room after telling Carrie that Cassie was taking too long.
See, Cassie was in this relationship that she couldn't get out of, and her girlfriend couldn't help her. There's nothing she would have been able to say or do or whatever to convince Cassie to leave Sean alone, to leave Puffy alone. Because here's the deal. She left with him. And so instead of staying with her girlfriend, her friend, she left with Puff Daddy. And so her friend, I would have thought at that point, I've lost Cassie. She's gone. She's hooked up with this guy and he's treating her like a rag dog and ain't nothing I can do. Maybe I can go tell her parents, but I don't know. But right now, she is in a situation where we're running from him. They're running.
In the bathroom. Then she heard Cassie screaming. So Carrie ran into the hallway and she says the screams were guttural, which sounds horrible. It's like you are being hurt. She said she saw Diddy dragging Cassie by her hair down the hallway about 10 feet before she ran to get her purse. When she came back, they were outside.
Was attacked by Diddy because she took too long in the bathroom. Then she talked about an instance where she asked the bodyguard to step in and help Cassie and the bodyguard refused. That's building the RICO case, guys.
When Carrie went outside, she saw how Cassie had hit her head after Diddy pushed her onto the ground. She said then Cassie stayed in the fetal position with her eyes closed. Carrie thought that maybe Cassie had passed out, but then Cassie ran barefoot into a wooded area to protect herself. At that point, both Carrie and Diddy were looking for Cassie separately.
Jesus. Scared, running for her life. Cassie running for her life because this big bully, this big man bully, this big, I'm going to hit on you bully of a man. What's up with these men? What is up with these men? You got Diddy doing stupid stuff, hitting on her, bashing her in. Oh, she's taking too long. Then she's running from him, scared for her life, to the point now they both looking for her. Cassie, where you at? She hid from both of them. She had to be terrified. And she said the beatings and the hits got worse and worse and worse as the relationship went on. As the relationship progressed or went on, he got more violent. And more jacked up. Salone is really good. You should check his channel out. Give him a like. I am using his content. Hopefully he doesn't do anything to strike me, but it is fair use. They're both looking for her now. That's where we left off at. Is that they're both looking for Cassie because Cassie then ran off into the woods somewhere. And now the girl and Diddy separately are looking for her.
So I'm sure she probably would have wanted Carrie to find her opposed to Diddy finding her in those woods. Carrie was also there during the 26th.
In the woods. Cassie is hiding in the woods from this monster. A monster. Can you imagine someone hitting on you on a daily basis, every day? Every time you get with them, there may be a chance that you're going to get popped in the head or dragged or kicked or, treated like she was in that hallway. That's on a daily basis that she would go through that with him. And for him not to care that her friend was around was really nasty. At least show me some respect while my girlfriend is around, hanging around me. How embarrassing. Your man hitting on you, girl? No, not really. Just sometime when he get mad. He got issues. No, girl, he hitting on you because every time I come around, you running from it. Either you or myself, is running from this man, trying to get the hell out of Dodge. Woo. I wonder, was she scared to leave? She had to be scared to leave. Yeah. Because he would have people go look for her, go get her, knocking on her door, talking about, where you at, Cassie? Like he owned her. Like there was some kind of ownership going on here. Judy Bird, can you speed up the chat, please? Thank you. I know, Judy Bird is wonderful. He threatened her life, her career, her everything, her soul. He threatened everything. She couldn't work. She couldn't do any albums because he was too busy freaking it off. It was too many freak offs. She didn't have time to do music. He had her too busy doing ragdoll stuff for him. Shame on you, Diddy. Shame on you for treating women this way with such little disrespect, and then going to do it in front of her friends and in front of yours too. And then they just watch and cry. To all the mods, thank you for all you do. That's right. Last year, I was with an alcoholic, sloping drunk, sloppy drunk, crazy, jealous stalker. If I tried to walk away, imagine that. I feel for Cassie. It's a hard situation. Difficult. And, this would be the time to leave. Oh, he did it in front of my girlfriend. I know I got to leave now. Nope. He had her mind, her soul, her everything. He had everything. She belonged to him. She was no longer someone else's child. He had become that father in that mean, brutal way. Sorry about that, Maria. I believe he did too. I believe he knows something about her death. I do. He didn't care. Just nasty. Yeah, sorry about that, Maria. Yeah, I'm glad you're out of it, though. Yes, she was running through the woods. She got lost running through the woods, trying to get away from him because scared he was going to start beating her and hitting her on her face and stuff. She's got a scar. I wonder, is that from him? I would have went and told the parents. I said, she over there getting beat. She's running. She's running for him. I'm scared for her life. The way he hits her and does all that to her, and she can't get out of it. I'm just letting y'all know. I heard her parents were in the courtroom on the front row, running in the woods, trying to get away. And no telling what was in those woods. But she'd rather chance it. Wow. Susan, I didn't know that. I wish that this was proven. I really do. Excuse me, because Jamie Foxx was saying something about that too. Yes. Thank God Maria's out. But, oh my God, can you believe Quiet Storm? Oh, the nerve. The nerve. The nervy nerve.
16 incident.
She was the friend that Cassie went to after that incident at the Intercontinental Hotel. That famous video that we have seen, infamous video we have seen of Sean Combs.
Carrie claims that Cassie came over to her place the day after the incident. So really, Carrie was that friend that Cassie would confide in. And at that point, she had been staying with her ahead of a movie premiere. Cassie had a black eye. About 30 minutes after Cassie came home, Diddy arrived, yelling and banging on the door with a hammer. Carrie said she was freaking out and she called Diddy's security guard assistant, hoping they'd get him to stop. Which, imagine, like, a hammer could do a lot to a door.
Yeah.
I can't believe he was doing that. And neighbors, Cassie sat on the couch. Carrie said, I don't think she cared if he came in and unalived her. Eventually, Diddy left, never getting access to.
With a hammer? What the hell is he doing with a hammer? He's a sick individual. Diddy is sick. He's delusional. My mom said they need to give him a chair. Yes. I remember we were kind of talking about it, Maria. I can't believe he has viewers either. Who are you people watching his show? Who are you people that's supporting this? Tell him the truth. Tell him that what he said about his daughter was disgusting. Saying that he would do it again. Meaning that he feels nothing. He has no remorse, no empathy. He doesn't care about nobody but himself. He's a selfish person. And all he was thinking about was how it affected him in his life. You scum diddy dumb. Yes, you, Quiet Storm. Shame, shame, shame. Shame on you trying to fix the situation by blaming the victim for making it somehow her fault, for her own father to essay her and choke her out. Sad. A hammer. He's at the door with a hammer. Idiot. He is off the chain with a hammer. So what if you had been that pissed off, Diddy, and walked in there and hit Cassie with the hammer by accident? You sicko. Quiet Storm is the guy that has a channel called Quiet Storm FM. Okay? And he not recently, at some point in his life, SA'd his own daughter. Incest. From the back to the front. Choked her. He went to jail for it for 5 years. And now he's sitting on talking about it in a way that some kind of way it is not his fault. Something about the military. He does. The military this. I did 3 years of this and 3 years of. Good for you. Good for you. That is no excuse for your behavior. None. He can get on the YouTube and start talking about people and giving them advice and saying, do this and do this. You can help your channel like this and telling Maggie what to do. Yeah, he's a podcaster. Going after Danny and Maggie. Yes, because they're told the truth. And the truth hurts. Ow! Oopsie. The truth hurts. And I said, I have a platform. I can say stuff. I can call him out as well. No. Yeah, he got PTSD all of a sudden. He just blacks out, gets angry. Work on that. Hello, SCJ. Hey, Letitia just got back. Do you want me to slow it? Yeah, just a little bit. Maybe just 20 seconds. Okay, yeah, maybe just 20 seconds. Not too slow because I'm at the bottom already. No, he essayed his own daughter. Yeah, he felt rage. That's what he said. He really scared me when he said he felt rage and wanted to lay hands. Yeah, on someone because of Maggie and Danny Robinson. Yes. Now he's gonna, third person he gonna have to sue. And I'm gonna say, you know what? I just got it from the internet, and this is the information I got, that's what he did to his daughter. And this is what he said, and this is what's coming out of his mouth, that he would do it again.
The apartment. Police arrived at that point, but Gary can't remember who called them. Cassie wouldn't cooperate with the officers, and they left after Cassie refused to identify.
Cassie said, hell no, I'm not telling you who it was and what went down. He's going to come after me even more because your guys aren't going to do anything to Diddy. He's untouchable. All I'm going to end up doing is getting in trouble. I better keep my mouth shut.
By herself or to speak to them.
And she says that when Cassie returned back in that Uber, like Cassie told us, to get away from Diddy, she had a black eye. And she also said about 30 minutes later after her arrival, Diddy showed up with a hammer, banging on the door, trying to get to Cassie, and that the police were called and Cassie didn't seem to want to speak with them.
Of course, Carrie was asking Cassie to leave this relationship, get out of there. But Cassie would go on to say that she's stuck because of her job, her car, her apartment. He controlled everything. She would lose all her livelihood. I think every time that Carrie was with Cassie, she was trying to convince her to leave that relationship.
She had to, because every time she was with her, something was going down with the relationship. I hear what you're saying, Queen's Guard, and hello and welcome to the channel. Yeah, but he does not need to be on YouTube. He does not need to be on YouTube. I really feel strongly about that, because I can't even imagine what his daughter may have went through. Just can't even imagine. And for him to say that he would do it again, I can't even imagine that. He's not the type of person that should be on YouTube. Well, I called him disgusting on his live earlier, so he might try to sue me too. To thank all the mods for the work you do. Oh, yes. Thank you, SCJ, for your hard work. She's an awesome mod. Yes, it did. Somehow Maggie's channel survived Jaguar. Her channel's got it going on. She's got her people. Sassy, will you? Sassy. Sassy will have a roommate that will make him split his butt cheeks. Sissy. Okay, thank you guys. I think that her girlfriend is trying to convince her to leave him too. I do believe that. I believe that she thinks that he is going to hurt her one day. That's what I believe she thought. Oh God, the way he treated her, just.
And she would gain some, confidence in maybe doing that. But once she got back in Sean Combs' control, they would convince her otherwise. Now, as Cassie's going through all this, Carrie was there up until 2018 when she was attacked by Diddy in her apartment. Diddy let himself into the apartment when Cassie was in the bathroom. Carrie said, he came up behind me and choked me and then boomeranged a wooden hanger at my head, adding that she had finger marks on her neck. Carrie said she gathered her belongings and left, telling an assistant that he's going crazy, he's lost it. I don't think he knew what he could do about it. Carrie claimed that she was planning on filing a lawsuit after the 2018 attack, but she didn't. She met up with Cassie about a month after the incident, and Cassie told her that she'd be receiving $30,000 from Diddy at this meeting. Cassie told Carrie that she was over-exaggerating. Carrie did sign a non-disclosure agreement that day and testified that she hadn't spoken to Cassie since.
And ultimately wanted to file a lawsuit, but she said the next month Cassie came to her and Morgan ended up signing a non-disclosure agreement not to, and Diddy paid her $30,000 to keep that on the down low.
And that is such an unfortunate end to a friendship. I mean, it seemed like Carrie was kind of her confidant until, Cassie became overwhelmed with almost like this.
Okay, who would have took 30,000? Put a 1 in the chat if you would have took 30,000. I would have took a couple of million. At least 2 million. $30,000. That ain't enough. Oh, he had him remove. Marie, he has his mods remove all comments like that. he can't face the facts. No, he's in denial. He's in denial. He's in denial about what the hell he has done. Anytime you can say that you could do it again, you sicko. That's a sick statement. No one says that and says, I'll do it again. I'll do it again. Yeah. I'll do it again. If the circumstances was like it was before, just like it was before, I would do it again. You sick bastard. Excuse the language. Sick. I couldn't think of a word that just suited him at the moment. Oh, he's a creep. He's a creep. He would do it again. Shit. At least I would have got 2. I would have said, if you don't want me to say anything, tell him I want 2 million, or I'm going to the lawyers. And I'm going to tell him every incident that has happened. And then some. Okay? Okay. 2 million. He paying all them SA workers, sex workers to do it to Cassie. Mistreat her. Oh, did you see that one guy that he made her sleep with? Oh. I do. I feel sorry for his daughter too. What is her name? Is it Diamond? It's beautiful. She's a beautiful girl. Degenerate. That's a good one, Susan. He is. Shame on shame, shame, shame. Shame, shame. Just shame on him. That's what I'm saying. He has no remorse. He's not sad about it. He's not like, dang, I can't believe I did that to my daughter. You know, this is what he said. Excuse me. I've never, ever, ever put my hands on any woman ever except my daughter. That's not normal. Except my daughter. Like that was supposed to say, oh, good for you. Good for you for not. Good for you. That's stupid stuff. I've never, ever, ever put my hands on any woman ever before. Never before, except my daughter. Except that incident. And you know what? I would do it again. You piece of.
This brainwashed to where, like,
I did a video last night. I was tired, but I did it. If you haven't seen it, speed it up. Just put it on 1.5. Sounds like I'm talking faster.
you're now telling Carrie that she's being dramatic. I mean, your man attacked her. I think she has every right to be upset. But Diddy is sick. He's got an obsession with control. And Carrie even shared that Diddy was jealous of Michael B. Jordan at some point. Wow. I guess at one point, Cassie was talking to Michael B. Jordan, and that really upset Diddy. And I don't know how word got to Carrie, but
well, he dated his girlfriend, Steve Harvey's daughter. Steve Harvey's daughter was dating P. Diddy at some point, but Steve Harvey's daughter was were I think seeing his son at first, but I don't know, that didn't work out. And then Diddy and what's her name? Steve Harvey's daughter dated, and then she went to Michael B. Jordan, and he should be jealous of him. She was 34 when it happened. She was 34. Yeah, he would. He just got caught. He just got caught. I don't care who, exactly, highly sensitive. I don't care who you are, how old you are, who you belong. Disgusting. It is. It's like a nightmare. I do too. I like Prince too. I don't know who you guys are talking about, but they sound gross. Very much so.
But it was the talk of the town. Before we get to Don Richard, I want to briefly mention how Diddy's daughters are out here just living life, which, you know, I don't know what to say. I mean, you're...
Okay, what do you guys think about the twins going out to prom and stuff? Like they're just, everything is okay. Daddy's in jail, but we're going to prom. Is it their senior year? What do you think about P. Diddy's girls going to prom while he's in prison? I don't think they should stop their lives because their dad has done something despicable. Yeah, good for them, not letting them affect them. That's right, Marie. I like that answer. Yeah, I think good for
teen
them.
girls, so, you know, go and live your life. You're seniors, you're going to your prom, do that. But also at the same time, it's really interesting to see how comfortable they are with their dad's accusations. I mean, I still think about Kim Porter, their mother's like tragic passing. I have a clip of these two on live recently where they're talking about their plans after high school, becoming business owners, that they're skipping out on college because they're just going to be entrepreneurs, which...
Well, they've decided that they want to be entrepreneurs. They don't want to go to college. We're going to college in my house, okay? Unless you can be a model or something that just you don't need to go to college. But we're going to college. Hello, Chad.
I think it's rich because your dad, and he's in big trouble. And two, I mean, a business degree wouldn't help. Maybe even a law degree could help you and your family.
Like the college that you're committed to. Since Jesse and I are not going to college, we're going to be wearing one of our brand hoodies. Yeah. Because we are repping that we will be business owners. Period.
Can you imagine you just like automatically become an entrepreneur because your dad's Diddy? I don't know if that's gonna like stand, the test of time. I might have a plan B or C if I were these two. But it's interesting. The twins are so twinning. I noticed that on their social medias. Here they are like going to prom recently, but they all wear like the same things. Like they're constantly dressed in the same outfits. It kind of reminds me of like the Claremont twins. I saw someone online saying like, don't twins do this until they're like, grown up and then they separate? But wow, every day. And it's like every single outfit, all the accessories, everything. So I guess it's easier than, you could just buy everything in two. Now let's talk about Dawn Richard. Dawn was a member of Danity Kane, and last week she testified that she saw Diddy attack Cassie in 2009. The next day, Diddy told her and another woman present during the incident that it was in their best interest if they don't say anything, and that where he comes from, people go missing if they talk. Oh, God. Dawn said that she saw the injuries on Cassie, on her face, arms, and leg after Diddy got, aggressive towards her. She also claims that Diddy's security constantly witnessed this and they would not react. They would not do anything. I wonder how many security guards are like complicit with this. Dawn also claims that she saw Diddy constantly using different kinds of substances.
How do you just sit there and watch? I mean, I would have a reflective action and probably just jump on his back or hit him with a pot or something. But I just don't understand how the security people can just sit back and just chill. Oh, okay. Like that's normal.
Substances, having GUNs in his presence, claiming that Diddy usually had one in his lower back, and then his guards also had their own pew-pews as well.
She said that she frequently saw Combs be violent toward Ventura. He would punch her, choke her, drag her, slap her, etc. Combs security staff wouldn't react. They wouldn't end up doing anything. An important point on Cross is because she was saying, Ted, that she feared for her safety. That was under direct.
Dawn was asked by the prosecutor what would prompt these instances where Diddy would get violent. And she claims that it was when Cassie would speak up for herself. Dawn recalled an incident in 2009 where Diddy harmed her, gave her a black eye, gave Cassie a black eye, and they all had to go to an event in Central Park where Cassie had to wear sunglasses. Dawn decided to wear sunglasses as well in solidarity of Cassie to make her feel like she's not alone in this. On top of all the substances he had, he also, Diddy, carried Plan B with him as well, which just shows how bad he really is. And he kept all of it in a Louis Vuitton toiletry bag that went everywhere with him, from domestic to overseas. Diddy's team tried to make Dawn look bad by poking holes in her story, saying that, you never mentioned these things in your initial interviews. And Dawn actually claims that she started to remember stuff as she's, thought about the times back. And, it took a long time for these people to end up on the stand. They had to go through a lot of interviews. So she started to remember things. And I think that's understandable. Diddy's team also got Dawn to admit that she'd never seen Diddy wave, load, or cock a GUN, and it said that the singer had been inconsistent on whether she ever saw Diddy pay a drug dealer. It does seem like there were some moments where Dawn was being grilled by Diddy's defense, and the jury were reacting to it. That report ended it with saying that like jurors were starting to get bored of Cassie's testimony last week because it was so many days that this influx of different people, it's keeping them entertained, which brings us to our third person. Now this is a picture of David James, like literally the only picture I could find of him. He's a former assistant to Diddy, and he sought the job after reading an article in the New York Times. When he was interviewed by Diddy's team, he was told that this is Mr. Cohn's kingdom and that we're all here to serve in it. David, who was an assistant to Diddy from 2007 to 2009, testified that he was in Miami when he first met Cassie. Diddy rented a yacht and they partied all weekend. David James had a conversation with Cassie at one point telling her that she should get out of this relationship, in which she said, I just can't get out, that he paid for everything, her music career, her apartment, she has an allowance. David said, I just didn't think that she could leave so easily. David also recalled a conversation he had with Cassie where they shared a cab to the Sundance Festival. He said that Cassie was super happy about an album she was working on. He said, I don't remember that album coming out. He described a time.
He trapped. He had her trapped like she was in this trapezoid. Trap. He had her finances. He paid for everything. Her car, her home, her career. He had everything. Oh, Auntie Mickey is Quiet Storm's enabler. Why would she think that that would be okay? Why would that be okay? Why is that okay? Like, why? It doesn't make sense to me that you can overlook. Did you know that he said he would do it again? Is not no one tripping over that? That little piece right there, that I would do it again. No remorse. You're a great guy. You're wonderful. You're awesome. Quiet Storm. You're beautiful. No, I'm not. No, I'm getting off of YouTube. Bye. Bye. Start admitting. Start taking some accountability. Yes, I did do that to my daughter, and I'm sorry. I should have never done that. No matter what she did to me, she didn't deserve that. He can't even say that. But poor little old me. It's Maggie and Danny. It's Maggie and Danny. It's them two. It's their fault. It's them. I'm suing them. I'm coming after them. For what? For stupid stuff? For telling the truth? To letting us know that what you really are? Shame. I guess there's a third person on your list that you're going to be suing. And what you going to get me for? Harassment? Or telling the truth? I was saying something about this.
Her apartment, she has an allowance.
Yeah,
David said, I just didn't think.
She had an allowance. He was in control of everything. Quiet Storm can't go anywhere without his German Shepherd dog to keep him calm. And that's what I heard. And he has seizures. Poor dog. Yeah, should he be working? Should he be on YouTube saying anything, giving anybody any kind of advice or saying anything? Should he be doing what he's doing on his job?
Think that she could leave so easily. David also recalled a conversation he had with Cassie where they shared a cab to the Sundance Festival. He said that Cassie was super happy about an album she was working on. He said, I don't remember that album coming out. He described a time when there was a business associate asking Diddy about Kim Porter and Cassie. Diddy said that Kim was doing well and described her as his queen. He testified. When Diddy talked about Cassie, he says that she was described as moldable. Diddy said, I got her right where I want her. She's young, which is so freaky because she was like 19 whenever they started getting together. So he knew that this was going to become their relationship.
Let's go through all the photos of what investigators seized from Diddy. Starting off here, we've got a couple bottles of what appears to be a lubricant. We've got a lighter and some pink, like over-the-counter pills. Also, like, how long has this lube been here? Because why is this like drawer warped? We've got some pink, like crushed up powder, which appears to be 2C, probably found within this pill bottle. Appears this
Wow.
is some kind of like Adderall prescription, some candies. Here we've got a prescription for Klonopin, which is like kind of like a Xanax, I believe. And Frank Black is listed as the name, which is interesting because that's the name that Cassie told us that he would use for his hotels and his freak offs. Here we've got a drawer of I believe what we've already seen is just all packed into this drawer. Oh, I saw a ton of bottles of Visine as I went through these photos. Also, here is a lot of money. I guess this is some hotel, and this is where he would go and do the FOs at. And I guess that money was for the men that would come through. We've got baby oil all over this place. Like in every single room, there's a little bit of baby oil somewhere.
Wow.
Here's a picture of the bathroom. It looks like his stuff is still there. I don't know when they came and took these photos. Like his phone is still there. It looks like all of his stuff, his glasses are still there. They just came in there and then got him out of there and went through it all. Here are some more bottles of lube that look like they were found in maybe a shower or a bath. And this one made my stomach sink. Actually, I have one right here because this is what I put all my files on. This holds so much. You can put a ton of videos and pictures and things like that on there, which to me, that looks like it's evidence with all the FOs, the videos and things like that. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below.
We're going to be hearing from way more people testifying this week. So follow my channel and check me out on short form because look how old I am. I'm always posting short form on my channels. So, or my pages. My Instagram and my TikTok, but I'm getting good at it. I got like 200K on TikTok, like followers, and Instagram's doing great. So I love to see you guys there. Also, I haven't done a proper promotion for the merch, but it is on SloanHooks.com. I want to do a proper like photo shoot at one point, but I just haven't yet. But if you do order size up, go up because it's like a little bit smaller, but I love it. It's so cozy. The threading is so cute, and I appreciate you guys. Bye, guys.
I think I'm going to start getting on TikTok and Facebook to try to expand my channel and see what happens with that. I'm really going to see if I can expand it. That was great. Now we're going to switch Snowdrop, can you put it on regular speed? Excuse me. I say we move on.
Cassie Ventura.
This poor young woman had to endure so much at the hands of this monster. And Cassie.
He didn't have any videos today. At least I didn't see any. Let's see. I want to talk about Meghan a little bit. Where is it? Here it is.
Top scoop getter at The Spectator is...
All right. Let's see here. 7 years of hell.
Meghan Markle, now we do love her, but that love.
7 years of hell. Let's talk Harry and Meghan. This is GBN Royal. I'm Nana Aquia. Now, today marks their anniversary. 7 years indeed. Meghan has just put out an Instagram post, pictures not yet seen. You know, the ones that you leave on your phone that never see the light of day. A mood board of photographs celebrating 7 years of marriage, ignoring the hell that they've put their families through. Let me run you through my mood board. It's called 7 Years of Hell. Let's start with the wedding. We all loved it. I punched the air when I heard he was with a mixed-race lady. I thought Diana would be so proud. They had the world at their feet. There were celebrities at the wedding like the Beckhams and Oprah, although Alarm bells should have been ringing, as these were people that they hadn't actually met beforehand. Absent was anyone closely related to Meghan other than her mum. It didn't take long for them to ostracize people around them, and soon it became clear, after long-standing workers within the inner circle or the firm started leaving. The late Queen gave Meghan one of her personal aides to help her navigate being royal. Sadly, that didn't last long. 2020 was the exit, where they went in search of privacy, which started with a global interview with superstar Oprah Winfrey whilst Prince Philip was on his deathbed, where they pretty much accused a member of the royal family of being a racist. Fast forward a few years later, after putting them through hell, Harry denied racism within the royal family and called it unconscious bias, blaming the British press for the interpretation, even though pretty much everyone picked up on it, and he even allowed the accusation against his family to continue. So the late Queen went to her grave with this hanging over her legacy. They had the Netflix series whinging about how they'd been treated, branding the UK Empire 2.0. Pretty ungrateful, seeing as it was the British public who had paid for and supported Harry throughout his life. Meghan released her book Bench, which is where most people left it, about the importance of a relationship between child and father, which is odd because neither her or Harry seemed to want one with theirs. We had that sycophantic podcast, Archetypes, where Meghan fawned over various supposed celebrity friends. It didn't take Spotify long to see through her and call them effing grifters. Meghan lost the contract. Then we had the book Spare, or Where, which South Park had a field day with. The Americans finally seeing the light, and we've had numerous other wind fests, faux royal tours. My favourite one was in Nigeria, where they had to stand for the national anthem and sing God Save the King. I never get sick of seeing this clip. It gets me every time.
Using the internet without a VPN, a virtual private network, is a bit like taking to the road without car insurance. All it takes is one unlucky moment to cost you a lot of cash. This video's sponsor is private internet. Hackers have the ability to steal your personal, keep your data out of the hands of cybercriminals. But PIA can protect your ability to consume in this video's description, and you'll get a massive
bringing libel cases against the press, some of which were completely unwinnable, and the most recent one against the Home Office, where he demanded the same level of protection he had whilst he was a working royal. Otherwise, he is unlikely to come to the UK with his wife and children, basically using them as a bargaining chip so they may never get to see their grandparents if he doesn't get what he wants.
Thank you.
And during this time, Meghan's dad suffered a stroke which almost killed him. She has yet to even speak to him to see how he is, and both King Charles and Princess Kate were diagnosed with cancer. Meghan released her jam at about the same time.
Exactly.
And to be fair to them, Harry and Meghan, they have tried to shed their terrible, uncaring image by visiting people who they didn't know, whose houses were burnt down whilst theirs still stood during the California fires. I don't know about you, but they'd be the last people I'd want to see if that happened to me. It's basically gone from bad to worse. The latest in the saga is Harry telling us how much time his father has left, somewhat insensitive given that his father has been diagnosed with cancer and Harry doesn't really have a clue anyway. And it doesn't look like Harry has many friends left either, as he was seen in Ring doorbell footage knocking on what would appear to be addresses of his old mates. Very sad.
You don't have the
In the
number
meantime,
to call.
Meghan has been knocking up recipes and has reinvigorated her old job grifting online.
Yeah.
Something she really didn't have to do.
Let's make a show.
Let's go. I've always loved taking something pretty ordinary and elevating it, surprising people with moments that let them know I was really thinking of them.
What?
Frankly, it's been a disastrous 7 years. Credit to them that they've managed to stay together throughout it, although the mess has been of their own making. To be fair to them, it's been, shall we say, entertaining.
Yes.
So let's raise your glasses to another 7 years. Cheers.
At GB News, we believe in the power of free speech. We're not afraid to ask the tough questions, challenge the status quo, and give you a voice. While others silence dissent, we champion the truth. By becoming a GB News member, you're not just supporting free speech, you're defending it. Please consider supporting us today.
Meghan and Harry, let's go straight over to the West Coast and talk to the wonderful Kinsey Schofield. Hi, Kins.
Yeah, just looking at video of David Beckham enjoying the company of King Charles and Queen Camilla today at the Chelsea Flower Show. Would much rather be with King David than grilled cheese Brooklyn, if I'm being blatantly honest here.
Absolutely. That will not have gone down well with certain elements of the royal family. Harry and Meghan will not have enjoyed that at all because, of course, like Brooklyn Beckham, Harry and Meghan fell out with David and Victoria Beckham as well because Meghan decided that David and Victoria Beckham were selling stories about the Sussexes. That was not true. I can tell you it's not true. I know about the Beckhams. They may be wrong on many issues. They may be far from perfect, but they don't sell stories on people. I know
It's
that.
annoying.
So that allegation caused David Beckham to be furious, and they haven't spoken to Harry and Meghan since. So it's all going wrong on that front. But well, before we get to various other issues, Kinsey, it's their 7th wedding anniversary. Today is the 7th wedding anniversary of Harry and Meghan. I remember that day well. It was a Saturday. The sun here in London was shining fantastically. It was literally a fairy tale wedding where an American actress married her prince, and we thought, what could possibly go wrong? They were the caring, sharing couple, the do-gooder couple who were going to change the world. In 7 years, how has that worked out for them, do you think, Kinsey?
A waste of your tax dollars is what I'd say when it comes to that wedding. How has it worked out for them? Well, I think the fact that Meghan Markle had to celebrate herself on Instagram, knowing that the royal family wasn't going to acknowledge this anniversary, it speaks volumes. Meghan constantly celebrating herself because no one else wants to. No one else wants to be associated with them. And really, this was the beginning of the end. And you know, there's not much to celebrate. I really don't. Congratulations. I hope they're happy, but I don't think that two people that are so obsessed with the past and so obsessed with holding on to their titles after calling the British royal family, accusing them of horrible things, I don't think that's a reflection of happiness.
No, and I mean, when they actually staged Megxit, when they did their runaway in 2020 over to Canada and then on to America, of course, they then really started to stick their heads
thing he has. We all celebrate Invictus and love Invictus. Thankfully, the royal family set that up for him. Thankfully, the royal family built that template and created that opportunity for him. But how often does he actually have anything to do there? You know, that's not until next year that we expect to see him with Invictus. So I think that when it comes to their charity work, it's not the priority they said it was going to be. And they've become more of a liability when it comes to their associate. I mean, I'm hearing not only that charities are turning them down, but charities that they remain associated with are debating regularly, how do we get rid of these two? Because we don't like, they're toxic, they don't bring any value to the charity, and they want to disconnect from them.
Sorry about that.
Well, let's just slightly recap, because you've been mentioning African parks, just in case people don't quite know what you're referring to. His dubious African charity activities have been unraveling in the last couple of months. Of course, you quite rightly referred to Sente Bale. That was his charity, Harry's charity, formed in the memory of his beloved mother, Princess Diana. And it was to help the kids, the victims, the relatives of people who suffer from AIDS or HIV in America, in Africa. That has gone very, very badly wrong, because one of the leading light of that charity, Sophie, what was her name?
Dr. Sophie Chandaka.
So Dr. Sophie Chandaka accused Harry of using that charity for his own purposes to push Brand Sussex. She said that's not what it's for. She accused him of behaving like a white saviorist, like a white colonialist, staging these champagne polo events to raise money with his friends, his posh friends, to raise money for Africa. She found that condescending, and so on and so forth. So he quit in high dudgeon. He's left that. And also his other charity, African Parks, which is all about, retaining the African territory for the African people.
But we should stress it's managed by a bunch of white guys who aren't from there. So, I mean, there's already problems to begin with right there.
Well, let's just point out what it is, that basically some of the park rangers, the guards that work for African parks, have been accused of steaming into local villages.
Wow.
They've been accused of sexually abusing, raping local women. They've also been accused of mistreating local wildlife, particularly young elephants. So that charity is in a mess as well. So there's two charities in Africa. One is left, the other one is very tenuous. So that's all going
He should leave.
Yeah,
the other one, he should leave.
He should leave. So that's all gone pear-shaped. That's all gone. So he's got nothing really left in his life, has he? While she goes around trying to sell fruit spread and cookie dough mixture.
What the hell?
You need to expand Invictus or some.
What the hell is Harry going to do while she's working on all her founder stuff? Huh? Her founder and her cooking show as ever, and her scam jam and her podcast. What the hell is her honey boo gonna do? He's got to have a job, doesn't he? Isn't she gonna feel a certain kind of way if he ain't protecting her, making money? He was a prince. He wasn't supposed to be doing what you got him doing. You put him in this situation. You set him up for failure. All he has is Invictus. That's it. And that's hanging on by a thread. It's hanging on by a thread. I want to know. She brought him over here, put him in the situation where he doesn't have a purpose. He doesn't have, all he has is the kids and her. He can't go home to visit his family. How like is that? life is that? What kind of life is that? Living for Meghan, for her dreams and her goals. She's the Hollywood Scarlet. She's the Hollywood star. She knows everything. She knows the ropes. She knows all the A-listers. She knows everything, you know. The only reason she is known is because of him. It's funny how she thinks she was famous before him. Like the coffee commercial, the tea commercial, the mushroom drink she making. Yeah. When I put my face on it, it went boom out the water. Like it was so many people that came and wanted to know what you were selling. Now, how's it doing? She might have would have thought that through. 7 years of this mess. 7 years of this mess. That is such a good one. Put a highlight on that. Diane, if it would have been me, I suck it up, live the good life, and have power and money to help all the people I can know. Shall always be a fool to me. Yes. She's a fool to me too. She's an idiot. She abandoned her family. She abandoned Harry's family after all they have done for her. She felt like she didn't need them anymore. She got what she wanted. She got the titles. She got Harry. She got the fame that she wanted, the accolades and all of that. And she got that. And that's what she was going for.
Something because you saw how non-committal he was when it came to the Polo docuseries. He didn't do any media for it, to the point that Netflix was livid over that. They were appalled that they would not push this promotions wise. Talk to Access Hollywood Entertainment tonight, one of the regular outlets that is going to give them.
Harry doesn't know what to do. What the hell is Harry supposed to do? All he knows how to do is to be a prince. That's it. And then when she took him from his family, now he's just a nobody. Now he's a nobody. He's a nobody. He has no purpose. What purpose does Harry have? What life does Harry have? What is Harry supposed to do? Oh, Harry, oh, Harry, oh, Harry. What are you going to do, oh, Harry? You're all by yourself. You're all loaned up. You have no business. You can't make a business. You don't have any ideas because you don't come up with any ideas. You don't have a degree in nothing because you just don't. And you can't get a job at the candy store. So what are you going to do? How are you going to make money? Speeches that no one is asking you to come to? You might have to go down on your prices. She has put him in a state of fragileness. He's in a fragile state. What is Harry supposed to do while she's out there Instagramming it? What the hell is he going to do? Any ideas? Help Meghan make nasty jam. Yep, she needs to recoup whatever those 2 or 3 cans that she did have, she needs to recoup on those and keep them flowing. I would have been had inventory flying. I think she had 50 bottles. And after the 50 bottles sold out, that was it. I heard the packaging wasn't that great either. What is Harry to do? MM's entire life in a house of cards, and strong wind is now blowing. Ooh. Yep, it's like yep. Continue making drama. I think smoking weed in the garden. Okay. He got a few things to do. But she just strikes me as the type of person that would leave a man if he could not, if she started making more money than him. I just have that feeling that she's that girl. Like, what purpose do you serve? I'm the Duchess of Sussex. I will always be the Duchess of Sussex, even when we divorce. I still will be the Duchess of Sussex. And your kids still will be royalty. I wouldn't be surprised if she started calling William and getting on his damn nerve. William, we need some money. Your brother's over here broke.
You know, all of the shiny treatment and ask no tough questions. You know, you saw that Spare was written by a ghostwriter, a ghostwriter that said that how difficult the process was with Prince Harry. So there are.
Everything is difficult with these two. Everything is difficult with these two. There's always a difficult element going on. It's difficult to work with Meghan because she's a bully. It's difficult to work with Harry because he doesn't know what the hell he's doing. Difficult. They cannot even go out to an evening to Beyonce's concert and it not be a controversy. She's, hey, honey. Yeah. Making a fool out of herself in public. Yeah, we're so in love. Crazy as a bed bug. Yes, that's exactly what happened, Susan. That's exactly what happened. Meghan wrote Spare. The ghostwriter quit. They got sick of them. He got sick of them and said, I'm getting the hell out of here. Bye. She's a parasite. Isn't it a shame that her popularity has dropped? Isn't that something?
There are concerns about another book, but really you wonder how ambitious Prince Harry is when it comes to the idea of book number 2. And yeah, I mean, I think that we've seen over the last few years that Prince Harry really lacks ambition. The Vanity Fair article that came out earlier.
He lacks ambition. Why would he have ambition? He was a prince. He didn't need to be ambitious. All he had to do was just be a prince. Now he's got to have ambition. Harry, you lack of ambition. And so that's not going to work. Your Jezebel turned you into a wannabe A-lister. You're not an A-lister. She turned you into a D-list, C-list. She brought you down a notch or two. Because no matter who she tries to hang with, it's not going to make her better. Just because she hangs with Oprah, nope, doesn't make her popularity better. Beyonce, nope, it doesn't make your popularity better. Just because you went to a Beyonce concert doesn't mean that your popularity went up overnight. She's trying so hard. And she thinks this is the way to it. This is the way. Don't forget to hit that like button, guys. And subscribe to the channel. Yeah, he'll do another book. And the book could be about how he lost his IPP service. I did too. I love Princess Di too as a little girl. Susan. SCJ. He's lazy. He's more than lazy. He don't know what to do if he wasn't lazy. What is he supposed to do with his unlaziness? Susan? What is Harry supposed to do? What is his, what the hell? Podcasting? Maybe he should podcast. Maybe he should write another book. He's starting to get good with that. Every opportunity a dog on his family because they have gray rocked him. Harry is going to have a very difficult time with going back to his family if they even let him in. And when he does, they're going to put him up in some type of tower like Rapunzel and leave him up there. Oh, yeah, she wants to be seen. But remember, they wanted privacy. We want privacy. We want privacy. We want privacy. And no privacy. Every day she's posting something new. And she's got this podcast that we need to watch. I may come back later. I doubt it. Unless something emergency comes up, like last night, quiet storm, then I'll let you guys sleep. He should learn how to public speak. Isn't that what he does already? Oh, that is too funny. Hello, Diddy Dop. Always great to see you, Diddy Dop. Did the bop. Did the bop. Oh, that was nice, SCJ. Oh, I'm sure she did. She can rock anything. She's amazing. in olden times, he would have been hidden away in some remote home. He's a menace. Yeah, they're going to have to take him back, put him in some type of little home, and let him just live out his life that way. Because Harry has messed it up. The way he got on that BBC interview and steal part 2 of his book, Laid Bare, was disgusting. Nasty. Shame on you, Harry, for talking about your family that way. They're yet to say anything negative about you, but you love talking about your family, and it always stems from something about Meghan. Oh, my wife is not safe, or my kids are not safe. And if they're not safe, then it's going to be on your head, King Charles. No, Harry, you're the man of your house, you ding dong. You the one decided to leave, you ding dong. So now you are responsible for yourself and that wife of yours and those 2 kiddos, because you decided to leave the nest. So now you're responsible. How did your father become responsible for something that you chose to do? This is your choice, your decisions you made in marrying this woman and then leaving the country that was supposed to secure you with security, the kind that you wanted. They said, oh, hell no, you ain't working either. What they gonna be hanging around your house for? Nothing? You ain't got to get up and go to no job? What they gonna do? What is the IP services supposed to do? Take Meghan to her uppity places that she like to go, so she can be snapping pictures of her getting out of a 4-car convoy? For what? Meghan, you're getting old, stale, and Dale. You're getting old and stale. The spark that you had back in the day that I told you that you would lose once you left the monarchy, you've lost it. You making up jam scams. You running around talking to rich people and ain't influencing no one to do anything. Your tips and trips on As Ever is putting one thing in one bag to the next and then signing it. Making bath salt that's causing people to have rash, burnt marks all over their legs and having to sue you for $12 million. Oh, yeah. Your sister is also suing you for defamation of character. Talking bad about her. And you will not let anyone see those kids. We're just going to continue to see the back of their heads forever. It is, why show them at all pictures? That's what these pictures are called. Why show them at all? Why show them? What's the point? What is the point of all this? You can't even see it. Let me take a picture of my board. What is this? I swear we've seen most of these pictures already. They're not new. The wedding invitation one, we saw this one. Now, I don't know what baby that is, because there's only one of them. But why did she rip off the top of it? She tore off the date and time and everything, all the details that go along with when this picture was taken. The ultrasound took that out. It's just, this is a fake board. And then she's got some baby right here. I don't, that ain't hers. This is her Instagram. Okay, this is her getting some flowers. Who does this? No one. She's an idiot. I'm Martha Stewart. I'm a Martha Stewart wannabe. All right.
Earlier this year said he'd be okay with being Mr. Mom and staying at home while Meghan tries to bring home the bacon, which I don't eat anymore, by the way. I do not eat bacon or ham after I realized how these people, this is one of your next segments, Kevin. You've got to do a segment on the way we treat our pigs. But Meghan's
I've done that before. I'm always doing animal cruelty stories. You know that.
I love when you do that. I love when you do that.
I've got to get back on that train. I really should.
You do. But I just think that he lacks ambition. And I don't think that that's what she knew she was marrying 7 years ago when she stood there in front of the world and everything. I think she really thought her life was on the rise.
Yes,
and
she did.
she is struggling. I mean, she's
struggling.
The word hustling it has kind of a negative association, but there's a desperation in the things she's doing today.
Yeah. Well, as you know, I tried the fruit spread, raspberry fruit spread last week.
She is desperate. She is hustling. She is doing everything she can to be famous, and make money. Those two things. And she thinks making money equals fame. And so she better get with the program. I don't know what's wrong with Kira. I love bacon.
You know,
Look how
so
he looking.
And also spent about 17 hours trying to make the cookies from her cookie dough mixture. I mean, I assumed that you just get a packet and add some water and shove them in the oven. Oh, no. You got to do a lot of work to make her cookies.
Oh, wow.
And they're all right when I finished them. They were okay. Nothing special. So I don't think that As Ever has a golden future. I can't see why anyone would go back to As Ever twice. You might be slightly intrigued by the produce first time round, novelty value. But again, you're going to spend $14 on not very good non-jam. You're going to spend.
Think about the major hiccup when it comes to promotions, Kevin.
Yeah.
The objective in sending Chrissy Teigen, the objective in sending Kris Jenner, and whoever else got. Oh, Mindy Kaling. These jars of jam were so you and I, these underlings, these peasants, would look at Mindy Kaling's jam jar and go, "Well, I want one of Meghan Markle's jams," but they're not the same because that was American Riviera Orchard. And now it's As Ever. There have been so many colossal mistakes and just basic errors.
Colossal mistakes and basic errors. She wasn't ready. She thought she was just going to pick a name and it was going to be available. She should have known better than that because she's been patting Sussex since she got the name. Let me trademark it. She's made so many Colossals mistakes. She's made some mistakes. Hello, Karen. How are you, lady? And throw away the key, SCJ. And throw away the key. Hello, Media Markle. This is so funny. MLC Meghan Markle's Jam and Jellies in YouTube. You will laugh. Jam and Jellies. Yeah, she's not doing too good. Yeah, he could have killed her. He was on his way. He was beating her like he was about to. Colossal mistakes. This woman was making these outlandish, outstanding mistakes, just unbelievable mistakes, and still making mistakes. The jam is tasting sour. Who's going to buy the jam twice? I got to try to buy it once. But she ain't got none in stock.
Yeah. Wastes of resources that there's no way that she's sitting back going, I'm winning right now.
Yeah, well,
I am winning.
Well, there are reports, Kinsey, that after the initial round of sales, first time round, that no more produce has gone on sale. That nobody has been able to buy anymore as ever produce. We had a hell of a job getting it over the Atlantic. We had to get a friend of mine in LA to sort of be the address. So we sent it there and then she sent it to us here. Cost us in the end. I mean, you think $14 was expensive. By the time we got to try Meghan's, what do you call it, fruit spread, raspberry fruit spread, I think it cost us about $300 or something like that, about 250 quid or something like that. Very expensive, but not particularly good. It's not horrible. It's just unmemorable. So I don't see that business has much of a future. Let's talk about a story that emerged over the weekend.
Her jam is not going to make it. Her jam is not going to make it. What are we going to do? That business has failed. The Jamathon. So what's next? The female founder. Let's see what other story that broke. See if it has anything to do with us.
More proof that she's not only a duchess, but she's a difficult duchess. This is how Meghan fell out with her fellow woke warrior, the then editor of the prestigious fashion magazine Vogue here in London, Edward Enninful. Well, Edward Enninful was like that with Meghan until he wanted to do a story with her. But the fact that he didn't want to put her on the front cover sent her into a rage, and they've barely spoken since. Tell us what happened.
Yeah, she actually was working with them to create a piece about her charity endeavors, which must have been really skinny. Let's be honest, based on the conversation.
One paragraph.
Yeah, exactly. You know, at the time that all of this was going on, I also believe that she was working behind the scenes with The Cut and likely with the Variety. So she was trying to build through these covers and this media, she was trying to build this PR blitz. And what happened was she was working with them on doing a profile on her charity initiatives back in 2022. They already had two different covers in mind, the digital cover as well as the physical cover. And when they told her, we're not going to be able to give you either one of those covers, she refused to participate any further and basically pulls this piece that they had been collaborating on about her charity endeavors. And to me, Kevin, this is the perfect example of why they struggle today.
Yep.
She does all of her PR placements today in People magazine.
Yeah.
In Us Weekly. Remember when her staff all came out to defend her against Vanity Fair's piece in Us Weekly, which is a grocery store tabloid?
Yeah.
In People magazine, you used to be a duchess. You used to be a working member of the British royal family. There's no reason that every project you have going forward the scoop shouldn't go to an outlet like Vogue or Vanity Fair because of Prince Harry's proximity to the British royal family and his mother, Princess Diana. There's no reason she shouldn't be associated with those high-powered outlets. I mean, I'd love your opinion. Do you think it's a positive reflection that anytime she has something to say, she says it through People magazine? I mean, when you could say it through Vogue or Vanity Fair, I think it's a reflection of how far they've truly fallen and how they are just D-list celebrities today.
Yeah, the use of publications like.
Ooh. Do you guys realize how far they have fallen, even though Meghan likes to pretend that everything is perfect? Have you seen how far she has fallen from the grace? Fallen from grace. Did you hear about the magazine? Talking about she wasn't going to be on the cover, so let's skip it. Now they don't want to use her ever. Be glad that you were even a part of Vogue. What makes you special? What makes you on the list? The front page list, girlie. You are a D-list actress that has lost your princessness. You're a duchess that is not a duchess anymore. You have completely failed at that. You become a loser. Your popularity is not there anymore. It's a situation. It's gone down the hill. It's not coming up. It's going to stay down there way down. Way down there in Darkville. That's where it's going to be, in Darkville. Karen, who is going to buy that product again? Who's going to buy the product again? Like, I bought a jar of the Scamajam. Why would I want more of the Scamajam? Why would I want more of the Scamajam? She scammed us. She put it out there. There's no more. Yeah. See, she used People's Magazine. I don't buy People's, but I do US Weekly. And she's on there, US Weekly. And they tell the truth. Thank you so much, Karen. I appreciate that. I think for my daughter's birthday, I'm going to do yellow or rainbow. Should I do rainbow or yellow? Once they trust the royal family, the elite Megs like Vogue don't want them. They're losers. They don't want them anymore. There's no more deals.
Like us and, as you say, People magazine to disseminate your positive publicity is typical behavior by C-listers. A-listers don't have to do it. And frankly, A-listers also, if you're doing a deal with Vogue magazine and Vogue are going to run a piece on you, you accept the deal. You go into Vogue. It's a good publication to be in. Edward Enninful, notoriously friendly to anybody who's woke and right on. But, a journalist, he said, no, you don't warrant the front page. I'm sorry, I'll put you in the magazine, but not the front page. So Meghan walks in fury and in full. A bit of a hanger-on, to be honest with you. He's never spoken to her since. So there you go.
Those were also, I don't think she accepted that these were, aside from the fact that, like you said, this is not front page news. This isn't I'm not going to completely reorganize my magazine so that you can brag about your good deeds. That's not a cover story. But there's also I think that Meghan was angry because she was realizing that these were the consequences of her actions.
Yep.
She no longer had the same relationship she had with him prior because she sat down with Oprah Winfrey and accused the British royal family of racism, to which the editor of Vogue defended the royal family and said, I think she had a difficult time. I don't think it was related to race. He said that publicly. And I think that he also, I don't know if you remember this, and maybe this is spelled out more in Tom Bower's Revenge, but Meghan, the Vogue team,
pastel rainbow nails. Oh, snap. Get it in the morning. Okay, that's what I'm going to get. Pastel rainbow
wanted
nails.
to keep Meghan's participation in her guest edit. They wanted to keep that a secret because they wanted to build this hype around this episode. And someone kept leaking to the press that highly likely that Meghan Markle or her team were the source. But so they realized that Meghan had been leaking to the media her involvement in this, and there was a lot of frustration surrounding that. And speaking of Us Weekly, there was an interview done here by comedian, I'm spacing on her name, her first name's Heather, but a comedian here in the States interviewed somebody from Us Weekly, and they talked about how they started getting direct insight into what was going on at the palace once Meghan Markle entered the picture. They'd never had it before. They were like, thanks to Meghan, people were leaking like a faucet in the palace.
Very interesting. Now, finally, Kinsey, I suppose that in some ways you could say the good news is for the uneagerly awaited new series of With Love, Meghan, her anachronistic old-fashioned lifestyle show that basically sank without trace when they opened it a couple of months back on Netflix, when they released it on Netflix. Didn't do very well at all, but they're going to impose on us another series in September. Well, the good news about that is that Harry won't be in it. But the bad news is that Chrissy Teigen is in it. Chrissy Teigen is the model who notoriously told a troubled teenager to go and kill herself.
Yeah.
A teenager that had been groomed by a 50-year-old man and was in an abusive relationship. She was 16 years old, married to a 51-year-old. She said he started grooming her when she was 13. Meanwhile, Harry and Meghan are doing all of this campaigning to keep children safe off of social media. And Chrissy is attacking a teenager on social media who's in an inappropriate abusive relationship. It's impossible to comprehend how they're making. I mean, actually, it's not. Meghan Markle is desperate. Meghan Markle is desperate. No one wants to do her show. No one wants to be associated with her. The actual quote was Chrissy Teigen is the big name on season 2. That is your big name.
That's the big
when you
name.
are allegedly friends with Tyler Perry, Gayle King, who's
Tyler Perry, Gayle King, Oprah Winfrey, Beyonce, Gwyneth Paltrow. Aren't they friends? How come she's not doing a video with her? Why is she getting these D-listers? Because she's a D-lister. Meghan's a D-lister, and she knows it, and she's scrambling. If she's not scrambling, she needs to get out of fake land. She needs to get out of pretend land and realize that, I am not the diva that I thought I was. You're not quite there, girlfriend. You're still going up that rope, and that rope is still falling down. Still falling down. It continues. Fail after fail, loser after loser, failure after failure. And why is that? Because she went after the royal family, desecrated them.
a freaking astronaut now. Katy Perry's an astronaut now too. Oprah Winfrey, you did Oprah the biggest favor, honestly, one of the biggest favors of her career back when you sat down with her and accused a member of the British royal family of being racist. Oprah can't throw you this.
You will never, ever, 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 Meghan, live that down. You will never overcome Hello, hello, hello. Let's see, layout. Remove. Hello. I don't know what happened. My computer just died. And it's plugged in. Oh, well. Things happen. Things happen. It just died. It said, I'm done. Anyway, Kinsley was done talking. And I wanted to talk about some of your texts before we go. How Harry is going to make money by suing people in court. His court days are over, but check this out. She has failed. She has failed in every situation. Meghan, there's no more. This is it. This is the last idea she had. Now she's going to have to write a book. You think? She's going to have to write a book because she has nothing else. She's got the podcast. She's got the Spam Jam. Spam Jam. How Harry is going to make money by suing people in court. I thought my computer froze. Mine must have did something really weird. Wi-Fi freaks out at my house sometimes. I thought I did. Yes, you covered it all. Okay. Unfortunately, people would still buy her book, but it would all be a bunch of BS. Yes, they're going to buy the book, but at what price? And I just don't see a whole bunch of people running around buying this book. I see us buying it. Can you imagine her voice? Oh, my laptop act like it's dead. Can you imagine her reading to us? Hello, I'm Meghan. And I just want to tell you that I'm so happy to be here and to talk about myself and tell you guys how wonderful I am and how great I am. Unfortunately, people would still buy her book, but it would be a bunch of BS in it. I wouldn't buy it though. How about I buy it, we watch it, I buy it, we watch it, and we go over it together. I think that's the best thing. She would buy all her own books. So as it looks like she has written a fantastic yuck, she would do some stuff like that. She would do some stuff like that. Okay. I want to thank Christine. I want to thank you for my super chat, Christine. Thank you so much. You're such a starling, and I appreciate it so much. Thank you. Ziggy Lee, chick with the crown. Thank you so much for my super chat. Official NATO nanny. Wow. Interesting. Good luck and congratulations. Daddy threatened her life, her career, and everything. Diddy threatened her life, her career, and everything. That's correct. Maria, LOL, I mean, good for them not letting it affect them. Here's Christine again. They were saying the 7-year BICTH itch instead of 7-year ig. LOL. What are you doing? She stole some candy out the candy jar. Mama bought it for her. Wow, 7 years of mess. Of this mess. Mess. A mess, a mess, a mess, a mess, a mess. 7 years. They feel like they've been married for like a 20 decades. It just feels like a long time. No, Susan. No, Meghan wrote Spare. The ghostwriter quit. So we know that Meghan wrote the book Spare because she was half in the book. Remember? Bridesmaid dresses. Kate made her cry. And when they first met, it was a situation. No, you're the situation. According to Proper Wise Guy, he should learn how to public speak. I think that's what he was supposed to be doing in the first place. Yes, and if I ever get the displeasure of seeing her in person, because she is so stuck behind the times when she wishes she was famous, I will put an L on my forehead with my fingers for loser. Well, the thing is that she's been called a loser. And 2023, 2024, and 2025. And she's failing at her Limonado podcast. That's not doing that great. That's what we're going to try to watch the next time you guys see me. Okay? Have a wonderful night. And I want to thank each and every one of my mods for being so wonderful and awesome. For being so awesome. Yeah, I got that, Susan. I like that. You should learn how to be a public speaker, even though he's supposed to be a public speaker. Hit the like button, guys, and subscribe to the channel. Support me any way you can. Hit the like button on the way out. I want to thank the moderators. Thank you, SCJ, Snowdrop, Doodoo Bird, Kimura. And I just want to thank you guys so much for being wonderful moderators. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, subscribers, and thank you, members. And thank you for my super chats and super stickers. And have a wonderful night.